Everybody to flight 759. No smoking, a seatbelt light. We have a short flight to Vancouver. It's pretty smooth going throughout the whole trip.
Yeah, well, how'd we end up here? The rest is history, I guess.
I was in the Army twice. I had a big break in service, and after 9/11, I wanted to get back into it and definitely miss out on those.
Yeah. Well, now you have like a whole setup. You've got all your animals, you have your ducks and your horse and
Chickens.
Yeah, and your chickens. And now, so what's it like now being like, how long has it been since you've been with somebody now?
How long has it been since I've been in a relationship?
You're really?
I don't even know. A long time. And I sit down and order a beer, and then some girl comes out of nowhere.
Shut up. Okay, shut it.
She was an attractive girl, and like I said, she it seemed like a really outgoing personality too. It was really, just fun even just talking to her until I looked down at her feet and then
Hey guys, welcome back to Christina from Scratch. I'm Christina, and today I have a massive collective haul for you. It's not too big. It's probably about $125 haul. It's 3 different stores, so I'm very excited to share with you what I got. I have some things to share from Target. It was a pickup order. I have just a couple items from Ross. I saw a TikTok where this girl was showing like everything in her area that was at Ross, and I was really hoping to find some of the stuff. And I don't know if the video was just old and I couldn't find what I was looking for. But I walked into my Ross, or at least my favorite Ross, and I didn't see anything. However, there is one other location that usually always has like twice as much as the Ross in my area. So I'm going to cover that here shortly, probably within the next few days. I'm going to try to go out there and see. I tried to make it to Hobby Lobby today too, and I just landed it too late. So I definitely have to go back to Hobby Lobby and check out the ornaments. I have several trees in my home that I need to decorate. I've done my very first 2025 Christmas, or actually my very first Christmas 2025 decorating video ever that is prepared for this channel, so definitely stay tuned. I'm a little late on my decorating. My decorating is usually done by the middle of November, and here we are. I'm recording this the very late night of the 18th, I think it is, of November. It's Tuesday, so I think it is the 18th. It might be the 19th, I'm not sure. But basically, I am filming this on a Tuesday night. And we are just days away from Thanksgiving as well. So I'm very late for my decorating for me. But I also am doing a little bit different, decorating this year. I always will actually, now that I've accumulated a collection of gingerbread houses, I always do my kitchen and gingerbread. However, I do want to let you guys know something. So there's several things trending on all the platforms, and I have to let you guys know, I really don't follow trends. I mean, I see them, and of course, if it's something recommended or something that I feel like is really cool, I will buy it. But otherwise, I really don't buy into the heavy niche trends, like right now, Ralph Lauren's trending. I mean, like crazy. They act like Ralph Lauren just stepped on the planet or something. Ralph Lauren, you guys, he's classic, he's elegant, he's been out forever. I mean, literally, the man is almost 80 years old. So everybody trying to do this entire thing about, or everyone meaning, all these influencers trying to convince the public to not, to only use this type of plaid and don't mix plaids. And it's so ironic because last year plaid was in and they were saying mix plaids, that there was nothing wrong with mixing plaids. And a neutral plaid came out last year where everybody was like rampaging trying to find this like beige plaid that no one had ever seen. So I think take these videos lightly, because remember, these people are here to sell you things. Influencers, content creators, they're all here making a living. It's a job to them, and they are here to sell you. That is what they do. So just know, and don't feel pressure to go out and buy everything that you see. If you have a vintage style or a traditional style that you do every single year, be happy with that, and just stay true to what you like. Things come and go is the problem. And so when people get all caught up in whatever's trending for the year, you can end up with a collection of things that you may just never use. I just encourage you guys to buy what you personally like, and just kind of tune out all the noise that you see on social media. Because just remember, all of these influencers, all of these content creators are here to sell you something. So they're going to say, check out my link in the description box. And I do it too, but I'm a tiny, small creator. But, they're here to sell you something. Companies are paying them the big bucks to sell you something, and so even if you watch your favorite creator say, hey, I love this thing, I've been using it every single day, and you're like, wait a minute, I've been watching you a year and you've never ever mentioned that, just know that they were paid to say what they say. And maybe it's their honest opinion once they try a product, if they really like it, but just know that it's a job. It's a job for your favorite content creators, especially lifestyle vloggers and things like that, to spend hundreds of dollars and thousands of dollars every single month. That's their job, to show you what's in the store, to purchase large amounts of things. That's why people always say, what do you do with all this stuff? Well, a lot of content creators donate it. They give it away. They're also given massive amounts of product every single, year, especially around now. And so you'll see creators, reviewing like 5 or 6 or 7 trees. They'll be standing around these trees and you're like, what? You know what I mean? So just know that it is part of what they do for a living. And whatever you read on the Gossip Bakery, or whatever you read on every gossip forum, people can throw in their personal opinions. But I think what's getting lost in the mix is that these people, this is their job. That's what they're there to do. Sponsorships and brand deals pay them thousands and thousands of dollars to say what they say to you. And I think it's just up to the public's discretion on whether they want to fall into checking out a product that any influencer or creator is sharing with you. And I just kind of want to share that with you, because this year I really struggled. I wanted to do the kitchen in gingerbread. I purchased a lot of trending things over the last few years, and I thought to myself, every single thing someone's asked me to buy or said, oh, you got to go out and buy this, I've literally ran out and bought it. And then find that the next year I'm like, well, now this isn't in. What do I do? Throw it all away? And I just want to say, just know that trends are here to trend. That's exactly what they're here to do. So right now in 2025, if you watch, or if you're involved in social media and you watch a lot of TikTok, a lot of Instagram, a lot of Facebook, a lot of YouTube, regardless of what you watch, you're going to see Ralph Lauren everywhere. You're going to see the teddy bear that represents Ralph Lauren's brand. And you're going to hear a lot of influencers tell you that, Ralph Lauren is the bee's knees. Well, either way, Ralph Lauren's, he's like 80 years old. He's been around forever, like Liz Claiborne. Do you know what I mean? I'm aging myself saying that, but he really has been around for a really long time. And the traditional plaid, I do believe that he came out with, is green, blue. I think it's navy blue, green, and white. I believe it might be cream. But, then you have your traditional plaids where people are now saying, oh, they find themselves in defense mode if they want to like a different style of plaid. And it's like, plaid can be any color. It can be greens, it can be reds, it can be creams, it can be, beige now. They have a beige plaid. So it's just up to you. Whatever you like, that's what, and watch. One of you guys out there, creators, are going to make a video, and that's going to probably blow up, unbeknownst to you. And you're probably going to go viral because you brought back something that you were completely probably oblivious that. You know what I mean? For also back in 2021, there was so many people that were like, the peppermint trees from Walmart went viral. Do you guys remember that? And all of a sudden everybody, like, Walmart was selling out of these peppermint trees. They were just like, and now nobody likes them. They're farmhouse, they're this, they're that. So it's all just, it's all for sales. So just know that. But let's get on with today's video. I'm sorry for the rant in the beginning, but when I was decorating, I was really having a hard time because one of my favorite creators, I watch her and I get a lot of inspiration from her, and she just has a beautiful style. She's more modern. She does do more modern style rather than vintage, because I do like Exo McKenna too, who also is 1000% old school vintage. But I was watching this particular creator and I was just noticing that people go with where the wave is, if that makes sense, you know what I mean? And when I was taking out all my stuff, I was just looking, I was like, wait a minute, this is like my stuff. I mean, aren't collections just that to literally collect over time? So you have like a wide variety of one style of stuff, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's almost like it's a forbidden thing to talk about if you want to do gingerbread and multicolor, girl. Now all of a sudden it's like old school or whatever. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below, because people just act like, oh my God, I would never buy a colored gingerbread house that has like red and green in it. It's got to be this, beige cookie blend with white icing, and that's all it can be. Well, I mean, if we reflect back, gingerbread houses are made of candy, and candy is the rainbow color. And it's funny because my mom is 78, and I was talking to her a couple of days ago about Christmas in general and vintage Christmas. And I said, Mom, do you remember when you were growing up, what kind of Christmas was it? And she goes, yeah. She goes, when I was a kid, multi-lights was all there was. There wasn't this, soft, warm, like white department store type look. I mean, the look was multicolored, which was the strand of lights with the multicolored on them. And she's like, the way that things are today are just not the way they were in terms of traditional Christmas. So I think it's just per your personal taste. So just keep that in mind when you're decorating. Don't get stressed. Don't get like, oh my God, I don't want to show anything to my friends or something, because that's not what's trending or what have you. You don't have to go out and buy new stuff every single year. A lot of us here on YouTube or any aspiring small creators are doing the same thing. They're feeling the same kind of pressure because they're like, oh my God, I can't show this on camera because, oh my God, it's not in style. Well, you just be yourself and share what you particularly like, and people will like your style if they think it's cute. If they don't, then they'll go and support whoever else, whoever out there shares their personal likes and interest in terms of decor style. All right, so we're going to start with Target. One of the things I saw from Target were these little mini wreaths. I needed small wreaths for my cabinets. I didn't want anything too big. I believe these are 12 inches. What it is I have a very, very small diameter of space between the top of the cabinets and the top of the pole of the cabinet, because I thought about getting a wreath big enough to lean over the pole, the cabinet pole. And I'm not going to do that only because there is a fan that comes through the microwave range. It's a vent. And I don't want a wreath blocking that because, one, I'm afraid that it's flammable, and two, I just don't think it's a good idea. So I'm looking for very small wreaths that I think the wreath I used from Temu was like 14 inches, if I'm not mistaken, because these are 12. These are kind of like the size that you put on your like bar stools, but they're really pretty. I mean, they were 2 for $14.99 at Target. And I thought they were nice. So I just went ahead and got these. I did also, just on my way home, order 2 more because when she brought them out, I was like, ooh, I like those. So I did get 2 more. We have 3 bar stools. They are made of like faux velour or faux suede. And I want to put these on there. And girl, I have no idea how. I need to make sure that whatever it is that I do, I'm very careful because I don't want to ruin these chairs, these bar stools. So what I think I'm probably going to use is ribbon around. So these, I need 2 for up there and 3 for down here. So honestly, I need 2 of these. So I think I'll probably order 2 more, which is $30. So altogether, that's 15 times 3, whatever that is. So, and I only need 2 of these for the cupboards because I need a bigger one to go above the cab. Like I said, I'm going to put garland all across the cabinets. So that's why I haven't shown you the kitchen yet, because I'm not done. But these are on sale at Target for $14.99 for 2. I wish they were 3. I think what happened, the reason why I only ordered 1 of these is because I ordered a set from Temu and I wanted to see what they look like. But Target, I mean, we all know Target has pretty good quality, so we'll see. But I did order 1 more. So that way I have 3 for the bar stools. And then I have 2 more coming from Temu. If those are decent, then I can either use those on the chairs and use these on the cupboards, or vice versa. So these are $14.99 for 2, and these are 12 inches. So very nice from Target. So I just picked these up, like literally. Target closed at 10, and I just got there at like 9:43 or something. $9.53. All right, the rest of what I'm going to show you are $5 items. They probably are from Bullseye. I didn't go into Target. I just looked on their website, grabbed what was $5, and that was it. It's not because I don't want to go in there or whatever, but I'm just trying to be very careful over how much money I spend for Christmas because I do this every year and I end up really not getting longevity. What I will tell you before I share the $5 items is what I'm really looking for is the cute little Christmas spatulas or whatever to put in our I need a spoon set, you know. I also want a gingerbread measuring cup set just because I think that's cute. If I can land somewhere before the end of Christmas a gingerbread mixing bowl set, I want to get one of those because I do want to do a bake with me and I'm very excited about that. And then I think I want to get a gingerbread, some kind of an apron just because. And so that was what I was looking for. And I just didn't see it on the website, but I didn't go in the store. And what's really interesting is I went to My Home Goods this evening as well. And I'm going to share some stuff that I got from Home Goods with you. But man, they didn't have anything. I was not impressed with the mugs they had for Christmas this year. It was just very disappointing. And it's mid-November. I mean, they should have pretty much a full stock. So I think I'm going to check out another Home Goods because I could not find the mugs. Just, I don't know. The mugs weren't doing it for me this year. It's crazy because there were so many cool mugs for Halloween. And now for Christmas, the mugs just aren't that great. So what I made sure I did is every single year at Target, I buy whatever their $5 trending mug is. So this year, it's all about gingerbread. Gingerbread keeps evolving higher and higher every single year. We get more and more and more of a variety with gingerbread. So what I got is the mugs. So let me show you those. So here is all the mugs. She walked out, you guys, and she didn't even wrap the mugs or anything. She just handed them to me and they were all clanking together. So I'm really hoping they aren't ruined. But I was very, very excited to find the Nutcracker mug. It is so freaking cute. One thing I am on the hunt for too, and I looked at all of the gingerbread salt shakers at Home Goods, not to digress because I know we're talking about Target, but I didn't even look on the Target website to see if they had gingerbread salt and pepper shakers. I need to do that. But this is so adorable. And I do believe they have two different styles. So I got this one, which was $5, by the way. And I definitely wanted it for my collection. The next one I got was this one, which is very different. This is the other one that matches it. And it was $5. And these seem to be in really good condition. So they're not chipped or anything like that. That's why I was so nervous about her. She just threw them in the bag and I was like, girl, damn. Anyway. So as you can see, these were the two styles. So if you see them together, one's frosted, one's not. Very cute. I definitely wanted them both. I'm so excited I did that. God, I'm so happy I got these. And then also there were two different gingerbread this year. They are very small. So let me show you. These are the $5 mugs. They're almost like espresso mugs. They're so freaking cute, but they're tiny. So this is the $5 mug from 2025, you guys. And this is the $5 mug from, no, this is the $5 mug from 2024. Okay. And this is the $5 mug from 2025. Okay, what is happening in our society? I'm telling you right now, we are getting ripped off. I'm telling you so many times. I mean, it's just crazy to me. So I'm not really sure why these are $5 a piece when we got this size last year, but this is from 2025. This is from 2024. So you feel me? This is crazy right here to me. Look at the difference, you guys. It is this is an espresso shot type of situation. And this is more of a mug. You could actually use this for hot cocoa or whatever. And I was just absolutely stunned. I was like, what in the living daylights is what it... I miss Wendy Williams so much in her show because she was so crafty in the way that she spoke. But anyway, yeah, isn't that crazy? Look at the difference between last year and this year. I mean, this is 4 ounces and this is probably 10. So it's crazy. But... And I'll even tell you, maybe this isn't from Target. Isn't this from Target? Oh, actually, you know what? I take that back. This is from 99-cent store. I thought this was from Target. But I know Target's mugs are, Target's mugs were bigger than this. I know they were small, but they weren't this small. I mean, come on now. You know what I mean? Crazy. Anyway, because I mean, look at the difference as well. And maybe these were advertised as espresso shots. Because I mean, when you look at the... when you look at the Nutcracker as well, right, you can see the difference. And they're both $5 products from Target. So very interesting to me. Like I said, maybe I misread it. So if I'm just being a complainer, I don't mean to. I just, whatever. Anyway, I guess this does have a mate apparently. And I did get the mate, but I think it's getting shipped or something. Or maybe I don't know, maybe not. And then this was the other one. So this makes sense to me. So this is another $5 mug. This is huge, actually. This is a really good buy, and let me tell you why. Because, man, I feel like I'm missing one. I feel like there was one more. But I bought whatever they had this year. I wanted the entire set for my mug tree. Now I have like several gingerbread cups or mugs. I always call them cups, you guys. If you get to know me, you'll know I don't mean to say cup. It just comes out. But yeah, this is really good size. And let me show you. So last year when I was shopping at Home Goods, I saw this in a basket. And I showed it on camera and I was like, I absolutely have to have this. And one of the reasons why I love Home Goods so much sometimes is that some of the mugs that you get are double-sided. And it's very, very, very rare that you're going to get a mug double-sided. This is from Home Goods. Once again, this was a cocoa basket. It was in like a cellophane bag and everything. And it had a cocoa mix in it for $9.99. The cup obviously, was probably, I don't know, maybe worth $6 or $7. And it had cocoa mix in it. And so this is the $5 mug from Target, but it looks very similar if you can see. So very excited to have this. And you know what? I really feel like maybe I ought to buy a second one of these. So I may just order one more of these just to have doubles. I think it's really smart to order things that in doubles because you just never know when something's going to get chipped or broken. I know a lot of people say, well, I just buy one because it's just me or I don't need multiple. But I think always buying in twos is a good idea because you just never know, especially if it's something that you really come across that you love so much and that you just don't know if you're going to find it again. So it's always good to have a spare. But this is the $5 cup for 2025 from Target. So, and these are all $5. So both of the nutcrackers that I showed you were $5. This one's $5. I feel like there might be another one. I feel like there's another one. Okay, so I was looking on Target right now, and you got to be careful with Target because there are third-party sellers on Target, so you have to filter it out to show you what Target has. But I'm going to show you on camera the mugs that Target has. So you can see, I wanted to get the ones that were gingerbread related. And there are several of mugs, but I was only looking for the $5 ones. And again, I wasn't in the store. So you have to be careful, what you're looking for. And you have to make sure that it actually is a Target item. Because a lot of times, like with all the rest of the mugs, as you can see, some of them are white and red and things like that. So there's a ton of different mugs here for $5. But some of them are not $5. So just so you know. And as far as I know, I thought there was a second... gingerbread one, but I don't believe so. Because what I saw for $5 was this one here that I showed you, the very small one in person, right? I showed you that on camera. See that one right there? Which doesn't look like that. That's this one, right? And so when I was looking, because I just went on there looking for different, $5 mugs. So there was that one. And then, now I did look at these two. I was like, should I get those? They were the white ones with the, they have like a Christmas tree and a gingerbread handle. Now I did see some people on Instagram. I think that it's focused on me. I did see one or two, I don't know. I did see a couple of accounts showing these ones with the gingerbread handle. And it's okay. I mean, all right. It's okay. It's not, it's not like the best because it's white. That was the one thing I was like, do I want that? And I don't know. I just kept going back and forth because the handles are made of gingerbread cookie type. One's a Christmas tree and one's a gingerbread. And I just didn't, the reason why I wasn't interested in it is because the cup itself is just not shaped like anything. It's just shaped like a white cup. So I was like, I didn't really see any reason to get that. So I didn't get it. I can still order it. They're still in stock, but And I know they are kind of unique because they're white mugs in general, and then they have the really cool handles. So if you own one, comment below and let me know. But they have this one. Let's see. They have this one. Like I said, sorry. They have this one, and then where's the other one? And then they have, where's the other one? They did have this one as well, which it looks like a gingerbread house. I think this one went viral also at a different time. Sorry about that. I know it's hard to see. But this one right here. And I feel like I bought, girl, I buy whatever they tell us to buy. Okay, I'm just one of the minions also. They say, oh, you need to, buy what we're telling you to buy. And so, I went out and, I didn't see anybody talk about these, but I'm sure they're viral otherwise, because Target is one of those places that's real popular. But you know what I mean? Like, I used to go into the Bullseye all the time and do a shop with me, but I haven't done that in a while. So here's, all the $5, here's all the $5 mugs. Here they are. I don't know if you can see that. That one's weird. Is that one $5 too? No, that one's $14. And then here's the other $5 one, which I showed you. That's the big one, which is nice for $5. And then there was this one, which I was on the fence about, like I said, of getting. I wasn't sure if I was going to get that. I didn't get it. I didn't feel it. And then here's the gingerbread one, but there's also one that's shaped like a Christmas tree. And I don't know. See, there's two of them. One, and they're the handles. So one is shaped like a gingerbread, and the other one has a gingerbread cookie that looks like a Christmas tree. And again, those are unique. Don't get me wrong. They are unique. I just didn't, I don't know. See, they have the Christmas tree one too. I guess for decor, they're good. You could use them for decor. It's just they're very odd. And the reason why I say that is because when you put them, I'm sure, I haven't had one in my hand, but I'm sure when you actually set it down, it just looks kind of weird because the mug is white and it seems like it just like stands alone. And then there's this thing hanging on the side of it. So that just didn't really tickle my fancy. So I just got the 2 nutcrackers, the tiny espresso gingerbread, and then the larger one. And I think the larger one is really the best buy of all because the nutcrackers are very narrow. So that's all that I got at Target. I'm very excited. So altogether it was $5, $10, $15, $20, and then $14.99 for the double wreaths. So it was $30. And then there was tax and some kind of fee. There was some kind of fee. It wasn't the red circle $9.99 fee. It was just some other fee. And I was like, you girl, I'm so tired of them like charging us fees. I know that I'm like getting a little bit kind of probably whiny, but I'm just like, really? Do they really have to do that? Is that necessary? You know what I mean? Anyway, doesn't matter. All right. So moving on to Ross. So here's the thing is that I went into Ross first, and I never should do that. I tell myself this every single time I go into Ross. I'm like, you need to go to the stores that you know you're going to have a good time in, and then go into the stores that you normally go into. And Hobby Lobby is just one of those stores that I don't go into all that often. And so I went to Ross first. And I think the reason that kind of guided me to going to Ross first was that I was starving. So I stopped and I kind of cheated off my eating plan, and I got a chicken taco. I got 3 of them actually, because I hadn't eaten all day. And I went and got these tacos. And so I knew Ross was across the street. So I decided to sit in the parking lot and eat. I actually car vlogged while I was eating. But, and I do have a car vlog channel if you ever want to hear me, pretty much just whine about social media in the car. Sometimes I talk about meaningful things, but my channel is really just about talking about anything and everything, so that really doesn't have a niche. But if you want someone to keep you company, I definitely will do that while I'm driving around, which isn't very often, but I do it occasionally. All right. Anyway, so I walked into Ross and I was looking all around. Now, here's what I was looking for. I was focused at Ross on finding salt shakers. And one of the reasons why is because last year I found some gingerbread salt shakers, and I don't know if there were multiple of them. I can't remember because I know I filmed it. But I didn't buy multiple. And this is the reason why I can't emphasize it enough. If you find something that you really like, buy it in twos. And the reason is because now I'm going all over town here in 2025 looking for gingerbread salt shakers, and I cannot find my favorite ones. I don't, and I kind of knew that was going to be it. And so I don't know if there was multiple ones, but I'm kicking myself for not buying them. Now I think they're from Ross. I honestly do. They could be from Hobby Lobby though. And Hobby Lobby, you guys, did not have any kind of gingerbread. I know that the larger Hobby Lobbies have rows and rows of gingerbread now. And the one that I went to, everything was wiped out. Everything was broken. There was nothing there. So I'm definitely going to make the effort of going to Hobby Lobby in Roseville, California, which is our biggest Hobby Lobby that we have, because I need flocked ornaments for upstairs, and I need, hopefully, I don't know, I might buy flocked ornaments for my candy cane tree as well, just because I know that the red will be a little bit deeper rather than that classic red. But let me show you these salt shakers that I'm talking about. So here are the salt shakers that I found last year. I absolutely adore these, and I don't remember where I got them. Part of me wants to say I got them at Hobby Lobby. So if you see these and you're like, those were at Hobby Lobby, please comment below and let me know, because that gives me hope that they may come back around this year. Like I said, I did not go to our big Hobby Lobby, so I don't know if that's where I got these, but I feel like I might have got these at Ross. And when I got them, I should have just bought two. These are really, really, really adorable. And the ones that they have this year, you guys, at HomeGoods are awful. Now I haven't checked Marshall's and I haven't checked TJ Maxx, so maybe there's hope that I can get a salt shaker pair, but I am just kicking myself that I did not get two of these. Okay, so moving on. I keep I have to go walk back and forth because I'm in the kitchen. Anyway, all right, so let's go ahead and jump into Ross, and hopefully you guys will like this video, because this video is hella long. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, so when I was in Ross, I didn't get much because I couldn't find much. What I went into Ross specifically for was for table placemats. I knew that I wanted the exact same ones that I got for fall for Christmas. I knew that because we like their round. I mean, it feels like it's too much round, but I told my mom, I said, I don't think I should buy rectangle ones for this round table, because this table that we bought from Temu is the small version. They don't sell this table in 60 inches. They only sell it in 47 inches. And it's always best, if you're going to buy a round table, it's always best to buy 60 inches, because it gives you room to put multiple dishes on the table. But obviously, if you're just a small person, if you just have a couple people in your home, maybe you're a couple or something like that, or maybe it's you're a single mom and you just have one child or something, then it's not a big deal. And 4 people do fit comfortably on a 47-inch table. But for me, I feel like, in order to make it make sense, I guess, is to just buy round. To me, it's when you put it on the table, it seems like it's too much because it's round on round. But if you try to go rectangle on round, I feel like it crowds the table. And so that's why I didn't buy them. There's still time, for Christmas. I may just switch it up and decide to get rectangle. But because these work so well, I don't know. Maybe it is too much round. Let me know. Like on your round table, if you own a round table and it's small, do you have rectangle placemats on your table, or do you have round? Because sometimes I feel like round on round is too much. But when I went into Ross, that was the goal, is to find the placemats. And I did. But I have to cover Ross in Roseville, California, and I have to cover Hobby Lobby, and they're in the same parking lot. And then I need to cross the street, and there's TJ Maxx. And there is a HomeGoods not too far away from TJ Maxx, so I will make my rounds in that area as well, and just look around and probably film. But the total cost I spent at Ross was $40. I don't have my glasses. I think it's $35.52 is what I spent. I only got placemats, and then I was just going to get the placemats, girl. That was it. I did see a couple of mugs, and I was like, they were cute, but they just didn't strike me. I did see a gingerbread. It was a pink gingerbread cup. It was a mug. It was very small. It was actually it wasn't this big. It wasn't this big. It was a little bit smaller than this one. And I was like, do I really like that? I don't know. Sometimes in order for me to really fall in love with the mug, it's got to speak to me. Do you know what I mean? So I got the placemats that I got were just red. They do have a sparkle of silver, but I'm not doing silver at all. But I just figured silver would work because the reason why I thought silver would work is because there's so much silver in this kitchen. I can't get around it, you guys. Most people love gold. I think white goes better with gold, but the owners chose silver, probably just because it's standard and because it was cheap. And then all the appliances in this kitchen, as I've shown before, are stainless steel and black. So there's that. One other thing that I did not get in this trip was towels. I was struggling. We need a place. We need a dish mat, and we need dish towels. You know what I mean, to put on the dishwasher and to put on the stove. I looked all over Home Goods, and I just didn't see a pattern that really stood out to me. I didn't like what they had. So I got these, and again, they're very, very similar to what we already own for fall, which are still on the table. I haven't done the dining room yet. There's not much to the dining room. Okay, it's just a table and 4 chairs. That's it. So I just got these. Again, they're just round. They do have sparkles of silver in them, but they're exactly the same as the fall ones. So let me show you the fall ones that I kind of already own. Fall ones that we got for fall, and these are the, they're just the exact same ones. The reason why we like these so much is because they're like pot holders. So when you set a hot plate or if you set something on them, they're just real sturdy and they hold dishes really well and stuff like that, and hot dishes and things like that. So I figured just getting the same ones. I didn't even think I was going to run across them, to be honest. And I don't know. I just was happy they were silver because silver just kind of blends in with the room. I prefer gold, but silver, like, see how this one has like cream in it? I was hoping to find one that had red and like white or cream in it, but that's not what I found. It was red and silver. And so, girl, that's going to have to do. Okay. So that is what I got at Target. And so I'll put these, that's why I wanted to do this haul right when I walked in, because I'm like, I need this stuff. I need to use it. I need to finish my video. All right. And then as I was walking out, they had like, it's just weird. I see all these videos of people that have Ross locations that just have a shit ton of stuff. But I just feel like it's this location because the one in Roseville just has twice as much Christmas decor, because I know I'm going to walk in there and I'm going to be overwhelmed because they're going to have a bunch of stuff. Just this particular Ross did not have hardly anything. But when I was walking out, I saw these and I just ended up grabbing them just because they were cute. And then I went to Hobby Lobby, of course, and found something even better. So I have a weird obsession this year for nutcrackers. So I ended up getting this one. And I didn't know if it would go because it's such a dark brown. But I figured if I do change at all in the future, I will definitely, use this. But then when I went to Hobby Lobby, they had the ones that kind of go with what I already own. And I was just stunned. I was so excited to find them, but then not realizing that all of the nutcrackers that Hobby Lobby had at the time that were like sparkly and really kind of glistening were all broken. There were like 16 of them and they were all broken. And so in the hand, it was broken off and I couldn't figure out what he was supposed to be holding in his hand. And apparently the nutcrackers at Hobby Lobby, the nutcracker's holding a Christmas tree, but it's a cookie. And I was like, man, that goes so perfectly with my whole collection. And I went to grab 2 and I was even going to buy them broken because I didn't know. And so I talked to the girls and they pulled it up on the website and they said, yeah, he's supposed to be holding a Christmas tree. I wouldn't get it if I was you. So I was contemplating on taking these back because of they're so strikingly brown. But I figured since I have a love for nutcrackers, maybe I can put him somewhere else. I'm kind of overwhelming my kitchen, honestly, because we don't have a lot of covered space and I just keep like adding to it. But I just couldn't help it. I thought he was so cute. And I got 2 of them because obviously, you buy 2. So I got 2 of them and these were $9.99 a piece. So this was the last thing that I got at Ross. So this is what he looks like up front. And he has like a little cupcake topping. And then it's just dark brown, chocolate brown, of course. And then he's holding a little gingerbread. And I don't know. I mean, it's versatile, right? Like you can use it. That's why I don't really want to get rid of him, even taking him back, because I'm like, I know I can use this. So I'm just probably going to keep him. I think 2 for $20 is an excellent deal. They're not all that tall. They're probably about 16 inches tall, but I still think they're a great buy. So I'm probably going to keep them, but I am going to buy those 2 at Hobby Lobby. I'll put them right here, or I'll put the one that I was trying to buy right here. And I am going to go back to Hobby Lobby, the big one, and get that one. And I'll put those behind the gingerbread houses. But for now, I'm going to put him behind the gingerbread houses so that it will be like they're guarding it. And I'm going to replace these with the greenery that I have behind. I was going to add greenery to this, but I thought, well, that's kind of strange because it's all snow. And then I mean, obviously you should have trees, but I'm just saying, I just felt like these guys would be a better filler. So definitely pleased with this purchase as well. So let me go ahead and share with you guys what I got at HomeGoods. So like I said, when I walked into HomeGoods, here was my plan. I was looking for kitchen utensils. I was looking for measuring cups. I was looking for placemats. I was looking, not placemats, but, well, I wanted to look at the placemats because I already bought the round ones, but before I, unpackage them, I wanted to see if I could find some rectangle ones. And I really didn't see anything. I saw more tablecloths than anything, so I didn't really see a lot, or maybe I just wasn't really looking. I was also looking for mugs per usual. I was looking for a wreath, a 14-inch wreath. I couldn't find one. And then, I don't know, it just fell flat. It was weird. I don't know if it's the day I went or what, but I was looking for nutcrackers. I was just looking for a variety of things. And I always see people going into HomeGoods, finding the coolest stuff. And this time, I just did not score. So here is my HomeGoods bag. And I have quite a few things to share with you there. So she was real sweet. The girl was real sweet. One of the things that I was looking for, well, I kind of improvised when I was making my video, my decorate with me in the kitchen. And I just don't like what I have up there. So what I was looking for is a small gingerbread house. And usually the kind that I like are at Walmart, and I don't shop physically in Walmart anymore. And I've been scouring their website trying to look at their Wonder Shop. I think they have a Wonder Shop too or something like that. I forget what their Christmas shop is called, but I just didn't see what I was looking for. So I got this. I thought this would work on the top of my little coffee bar station. So I got this little one right here. And I just think she's adorable. She's small enough to fit. And I thought, at least if I get, those spoons and stuff that people get, like for cocoa, I figured that they would fit in here because she's got a pretty deep space on her lid. And she's not, the only thing is whatever I get when it comes to those stir spoons, especially the prepackaged ones, I want to get, ones that are individually packaged, because I was looking at HomeGoods and they were all they did come in a package, but they were all exposed. And I just don't want to put chocolate in something that won't keep it fresh. So I want to get, spoons that are individually packaged. So I'm going to have to probably go on the hunt for that. But I thought she was really adorable, and she was $7.99. So I'm really happy with this purchase. Plus she just kind of goes, she's a little bit lighter than all of my other gingerbread, but it's okay. I think she'll fit perfectly. There was no boy, or I would have got both of them. So I just got her to put in the middle of my gingerbreads. Okay, so moving on to the next item, I want to share with you our mugs. I had such a hard time with mugs, you guys. I struggled. This is one of those trips that I just came home feeling confused. I didn't spend that much. I mean, I did spend probably more than I should have, but I don't know. I just didn't come home going, wow, I'm so happy with everything I came back with. I don't know. But I got some pink and some multicolored, or I forget what they're called. I got some pink and some regular, I don't know what I'm trying to say. But anyways, I saw this Ray Dunn cup and it has candy canes on it, and I'm very excited. It is just a Ray Dunn cup, so it's nothing fancy. However, it does say Mary on it, and it's got a red interior. It doesn't have anything on the edge, because I know that Ray Dunn is starting to bring character to her cups or her mugs, but I got this especially because I'm doing the main tree and candy cane. So I'm trying to blend gingerbread and candy cane. So basically the whole entire room is going to be candy oriented. So I just figured that this was kind of a cool cup to implement into my collection on the left side of the cupboard. One side is going to be pink and regular gingerbread, whatever. And then, beyond that is going to be, candy canes. So everything should mesh. And I went on Target and ordered a couple other things because I need some accent pillows. I had an accent chair in the guest room that I had to move out here. And so I'm just really, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to move the chair. I don't know. I may tweak things as we go, and then you'll see. But regardless, I felt like I just was going to leave this chair here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. I'm definitely going to put some artwork up there, and that's on its way. So I was hoping to find some artwork of some sort, but I'm going to continue thrifting as well and see if I can find a frame. I did order some posters and stuff from Temu, and I'm just looking to have frames done. Okay, so the other thing I got as well was this, and this was, I don't know why I got this, because I was on the fence. I was like, should I get her or should I get this? And I just felt like this was kind of a good choice because those sticks were so long. And so I just got this, and I thought to myself, well, it was only $6.99, I think. Yeah, it was only $6.99. So I figured no matter what, we can use this because you can put a lot of different things in here. And so I just figured, you know what, it's clear. The only thing I don't like about it, I will tell you, I love the gingerbread on the top of it. It's really cute. The gingerbread, I don't know if you can see that or not. The gingerbread's super cute. Is it going to pick it up? See, the gingerbread's really cute. But what I don't like about it is the hearts. I don't know. It just has hearts on it. It just has hearts on it, so that's just weird. But I am going to change the ribbon. I don't think I'm going to keep the ribbon the way it is. Plus, it's like, I don't know. It like got, I don't know. I don't like that ribbon, so obviously I'm going to switch out the ribbon. But I thought this was kind of a cool, you could also put pods in here as well. If you wanted your pods to show, you could put pods in this. So I don't know. It kind of goes with my gingerbread theme, so I'm very excited about it. And yeah, that's that. Okay, so now that she's cleaned up, here's the picture of it. I am going to share the mugs that I got and then the ornaments, and then I will be letting you go. So God forbid I drop this too. So I ended up not being able to use her anywhere. What I was doing is I paused the camera just to see if she would work anywhere. And she was kind of off color anyway. So I'm just going to try to find another gingerbread figurine or something, at TJ Maxx. I think TJ Maxx might have a better deal, but either way, I just lost $7 because she just dropped. That's the thing, is you never know. I think sometimes if you have a lot of experience buying mugs and stuff at like Home Goods, TJ Maxx, and Marshalls, then you can kind of tell the stuff that's going to like just literally, fall apart when if you ever drop it. And then some things will just like literally shock you that they just survive everything. So let's go ahead and share the last of the items I got from Home Goods. I think I got 6 or 7 items in total. Okay, now here is the first one. Now I did tell you guys that I'm doing one side of my cupboards in pink. So I got this one. I thought this was really cute. And again, I'm doing my bedroom in Nutcracker. That was what motivated me to do, to start buying these, white and like pink mugs. And this was $6.99. Now this is not dishwasher safe, I don't believe. I don't know where my glasses are. I apologize. But it was $6.99. That seems to be the going rate for most mugs, unless they're super specialty. But I just highly recommend that you guys be very, very careful when you buy things from Ross and TJ Maxx, because you really don't, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, or Home Goods, just because you just don't know how really good of quality that they are. And sometimes they just end up disappointing, just saying. So with that said, this is one of my new mugs. So I do believe, I'm going to put it on the screen because you guys, I just don't have my readers on right now. Hey, and by the way, did you guys know that Home Goods sells like 6 pairs of readers for like $14, which I thought was really good. I don't know if they're good quality, but anyway, here is the bottom of the mug. So just so you can see that. I don't know if it says dishwasher or microwave safe. Hopefully it does. If it doesn't, I'm one of those people, sorry, my camera kind of has a little bit of it's not a Sony, okay? So Canon has a little bit more trouble going back into focus. But anyways, sometimes I feel like when you buy some of these specialty mugs, they will be really surprisingly good. They'll survive, they'll be microwave safe and dishwasher safe, but some of them aren't. So just beware, because I nurse my coffee. I always like do maybe 1/4 of a cup or maybe almost get to half. And then I have to end up coming back down and heating it up, and I add coffee to it and so forth. And most of the time I put my coffee in the microwave as well, right after it brews, because it just isn't hot enough. I need it to be scalding hot so it will last when I go upstairs. So that's why most of what I look at when I buy a specialty mug is it dishwasher and microwave safe, so I can pop it in the microwave and heat it up. The next one is this one, and this one I don't know, I randomly found it and I thought it was really sweet. So I got this one because it is another candy cane, but this one is in the multicolor. And I was really happy about that because like I said, I'm doing the living room in candy canes, traditional candy canes. So I just thought, okay, that's cool. Now I can have like a side for my gingerbread and a side for my candy canes. And I love the fact that it has a green bow on it as well. So just thought this was adorable. And I do believe this one is microwave and dishwasher safe as well. I'm not quite sure, but you can see it. So just be mindful when you buy that, you know, when you're at TJ Maxx and Home Goods, that if you do pop your coffee or tea in the microwave like I do, that, you know, just try to make sure that they're microwave and dishwasher safe. And also, you guys, some of these you can tell by when you pick them up that if you were to drop them, they would shatter. So a lot of people make fun of like stores like Dollar Tree and Dollar General and stuff like that, but believe it or not, sometimes they have better quality stuff than Home Goods and TJ Maxx. And I think a lot of what we don't realize is whether we're going to World Market, TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Ross, any of those stores, Target, Walmart, that a lot of these things are internationally imported, mainly from China. And so I just want to emphasize that. Just look at the bottom because you just never know. You know, the quality may not be there. Okay, and then the last one I found was just random. It was at the walking out. You know how when you walk out of Marshalls or TJ Maxx or Home Goods, they always catch you right when you're walking out. You start looking at all the stuff in the line, and then you find yourself putting things in your cart at last minute. So this was just sitting somewhere random, and I thought it was really pretty. So I just ended up getting it. It's a little bit more iridescent than I own right now. There is a Santa that actually goes with this, and I'm considering getting it. It's not very much. This was $6.99, and the Santa was there, and I just didn't get it. And I feel like I didn't get it because most of what I'm trying to collect is more gingerbread related. But the Santa is pretty. But I got this one, and I thought it was really pretty just because it seemed to be really different. It had the gingerbread houses or whatever on the bottom, which I thought was really sweet. So I ended up getting this. And again, I am building a white and pink collection because when I film in my room, I wanted to have mugs, to share with you when I go in there. So the other thing I want to get that I haven't gotten yet is, like I said, I fell in love with this pink tree. I'm going to put it right here. I need 2 of them. I don't know. I kept going back and forth because sometimes when I see something, I fight myself and I think to myself, should I put this back and just get this instead? And always mugs are my first priority. And I saw these trees and I just absolutely fell in love with them. And I never do that. And instead, I mean, I know it would have been fine if I would have just bought 2 of them anyway, but I just kept telling myself, man, those are like $13 a piece and I need 2 of them for my nightstands. So I was like, man, that's $30. You know, do I really want to spend that? So I put it off, and obviously, you know, I can go tomorrow and go pick them up. It's not a big deal, but I just talked myself out of them. But this is what they look like. I absolutely thought they were beautiful. And it's only because I'm really going with that traditional, very feminine, you know, mauves, like deeper, like mauve, I think my mom said it's called. It's like a pink, but it has like a purplish gray undertone. I just absolutely love that mauve. It's so pretty. It's got like reds in it and stuff and purples in it. It's so weird, but it's really, really pretty. Anyway, last thing I needed for my bedroom was ornaments, and I was going to get 2 packs of these. I had 2 different sizes, and I kept going back and forth going, do I really need both of them? And so I refrained on getting the second packet, but there's plenty of pink ornaments at Home Goods, so I'm not really worried about it. But I got these, and they are absolutely gorgeous. They're very shiny. They're kind of pinkish gold. I don't know if you guys can tell, but they are absolutely stunning. They're really, really pretty. And this is what I was talking about that color. It's just gorgeous. I love it. And I'm definitely, my ex, he's so kind. My ex he always spoils me when it comes to shopping. And I do this to all of my family members, but I'm like, can you buy me this? Can you buy me that? If you see this, can you? And so usually he'll come down, you know, right around the holidays, or like he came down for Halloween and he took me. So of course I'm going to beg him to come down and spoil me so I can get all the little, all the little accents I want for my bedroom. So I'm very excited. I kind of want, you know what I was thinking of doing artwork above my sides of because I have a window in the middle of my bed. And I used to have a straight wall, and I don't have that anymore. So now I have this big window in front of my bedroom, you know, in front of my bed. And I've always wanted to put curtains up there since I started sleeping up there, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And so what I think I want to do, if he'll spoil me enough, is I think I want to get 2 flocked wreaths to put up on each side of my bed, and then, you know, kind of embed it with some beautiful pink ribbon and just call it a day on that side, because I do already have artwork sitting on my dresser that I feel like whatever I have leaning on my nightstands, excuse me, it needs to be higher. I don't feel like whatever I have in terms of artwork leaning on my nightstands is high enough. So I figured if I put 2 wreaths on the side of my bed, then I think I'll be happy, as well as installing a curtain rod and putting some kind of sheer. No, I don't really want to cover the window with curtains, but I would like to wrap the curtains around, like sheer around the window to accent. And I think with that color, I think those curtains are really inexpensive, and I feel like I can carry that through spring, because we're not going to be here. We're moving in May. We may even move sooner than that. So I don't want to get too comfortable about, you know, like putting holes in the walls and stuff like that. But they do make drill-less curtain rods, so I think I want to do that. I did talk about putting curtains up here in the living room as well. And even this, like, I absolutely hate that, you know, without having curtains up here. But to be honest, y'all, I mean, it's only going to be a few months and we're moving. So there really just is no point. I mean, and the new house, of course, the new house, we're going to be there for a few years, and we'll make it much more a home than this one. This one basically has just been a transition home. We never intended on staying here. And we really, even till this day, don't foresee anything changing. So, but that is everything I have for Christmas 2025 from Home Goods, Home Goods, Target, and Ross. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for being here. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you subscribe, tap the bell so you get notifications, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.